Taylor Sheridan has created a modern Western drama that has millions hooked, and since the season 4 finale, fans of the hit series are eagerly waiting for some sort of news coming in from Yellowstone. They're in for a real treat because today we'll be sharing a piece of interesting news about a major villain that may make a comeback. A small hint, this character was last seen in season 2. Let's hop right in. First up, who is this character, and were they significant enough for us to recall them? If you're a fan of the hit show, then you're gonna freak out because we're still plenty of months away from the season 5 premiere on November 13th, but we already have a major development to share with you all. We have gotten the tea on another character that could be making a comeback with a return to our screens later this year. Remember Neil McDonough, who plays the role of Malcolm Beck on Yellowstone? If you're having difficulties remembering, then you'll have to go all the way back to the second season of the series. You might recall this character as Malcolm, the businessman who started acting quite shady when Kevin Costner, who stars as John Dutton, declined to go along with his scheme to shut down Thomas Rainwater to build a world-class casino. After his plans got shut down, he went into full revenge mode and tried to get his vengeance by causing turmoil for the whole Dutton family. He started by plotting a kidnapping scheme for a Dutton family kid. He hired a professional militant to abduct Casey's son and didn't stop there. He then conspired to assault Beth Dutton, who was very valuable to the family. Anyway, we believe all of you must have recalled him by now. Then later, we saw Malcolm's demise on the show, and all of the viewers assumed that he was in fact dead. I mean, we cannot be blamed for originating such assumptions, because we've seen him getting into a serious standoff with John Dutton, and in that standoff, we saw Malcolm suffering serious wounds when John finally dominated him in the standoff. Well, that might not be the case, and shockingly, it looks like we may see Malcolm's face once again on our TV screens later this year. Next up, why do we think Malcolm is alive, and is there any confirmation for this? We know this news may seem unrealistic for fans of the hit series, but we have official confirmation about this development from the actor who plays Malcolm. Neil himself recently talked about the probability of his return to Yellowstone. While speaking with TV Line, the actor said that there's more to his character's story than what fans initially believed back in the second season of the series. Neil then told the outlet, "Did I die? Did I? I'm not so sure about it." He then asked fans a question and said, "Have you all ever thought about the fact that we didn't actually see my character close his eyes?" According to him, in such cases, there's always that possibility. Up next, why shouldn't fans be surprised if Neil makes a return in season 5? There's a strong possibility that Neil might be making a return to the Paramount Network series, and in our opinion, longtime viewers of the show shouldn't be surprised at all. It's Yellowstone that we're talking about, and the show loves to keep fans on their toes by creating a twist and turns of events, and revolving villains from time to time. Some of such villains that were shockingly brought back include actors like Josh Holloway, Danny Houston, and Wes Bentley. So in reality, it wouldn't be that far-fetched to see Malcolm making a comeback more menacingly than before. And now, finally, there's still some confusion around his return. Looking at the past run of the season, and knowing its infamous writer, we should expect an unusual return from the character. But here's the part where we're a bit confused. We recently witnessed the announcement of cast changes, which include Lucas playing young John Dutton once again, so it's difficult to say if Malcolm will actually reappear, or if the actor who plays him is just adding fuel to the fire. It could also end up as being mere speculation or rumor as well. In the end, we all have to remember that Taylor Sheridan is the showrunner, and he's the mastermind behind the Paramount season, so it could be entirely plausible that he's teasing fans for the grand unveil they never truly saw coming. No matter the case, the Dutton family is gonna be back soon, and when they do, we're gonna be in for quite a ride. And now, on to other news. Why is Yellowstone still getting snubbed by the Emmys? Just like every other year, the hit season Yellowstone continued its streak of getting snubbed by the Emmys. Yellowstone is a show that's renowned for delivering crucial political messages to its gigantic viewership, and we've also seen the series highlighting how rural America uses politics to acquire land. Talk about sending a political message and raising awareness in society. But despite all of this, the series was snubbed by the Emmys. The complete erasure of Paramount Network's show was, for many, the most blatant snub of the July 2022 Emmy nominations. The Montana set drama, which is created by Taylor Sheridan, has had a history of getting snubbed by the awards show. Yellowstone has not been held as a serious awards contender by the Emmy for its last 3 seasons, and was merely nominated one single time back in 2021. But that was also not for any main category, nor were any of its actors nominated for these spectacular roles. It got nominated in the category of Best Production Design. The show was later robbed of winning that award as well. Many users Users on Twitter, who were upset by this erasure, went on to say that the only reason Yellowstone gets ignored every single year is because it is considered as an anti-woke show. Yeah, you've heard that right. But we believe Yellowstone's perceived anti-wokeness is clearly a misconception of the award show's voters, and the show's audience might presumably be more ideologically diverse than all the other shows that were honored by nominations. Up next, news from Butte, as businessmen believe they will benefit from Yellowstone series spinoff. All of you may know that Butte is a new installment in the series of Yellowstone, and the new installment promises to bring film stars to Butte, and because of the paparazzi buzzing around for sneak peeks, the show will bring money and jobs to the mining city. While speaking to an interviewer, Butte Community Development Director Karen Burns said the Yellowstone crew is moving here, and they're putting up shops in the area, and they are already taking advantage of all the services that we have in our area. He further said, vendors and suppliers, all of them are happy because they're getting jobs. He then told the interviewer that the production crew of the 1923 spinoff has already promised to build sets in the Butte Civic Center, and also plans to stay in town for the next 7 or 8 months. Civic Center Director Bill also said that the production is striving to consume all their money, locally for the materials and many other things. One local plumber company owned in Butte went on to say, it's not only the film stars in front of the camera that profit off from 1923 coming to town. The production will also bring in up to 500 employees to Butte once the set is fully functional later this summer. And now, finally, Yellowstone actress was recently accused of fraud, and she was found collecting over $100,000 in disability payments. An actress who's well known for her role on Paramount's neo-Western drama Yellowstone was recently charged with fraud by the insurance department. On Monday, the California Department of Insurance notified that 32-year-old actress, Kiorianka Kilcher, has been charged with 3 felony counts of workers' payment insurance fraud. Investigators claim she came out of Yellowstone sets after telling doctors she was incapable of working. According to them, she stated that while filming for another production, she sustained injuries and now is strictly on bed rest. The actress, however, went on to suggest a different side of the story. In a social media post, she says there's more to this story and that she will share it in court. Kilcher, who stars as Angela Blue Thunder on the series, was a lawyer that got introduced in season 3 of Yellowstone. Much of that season was filmed in Utah and was shot in locations like Heber City, Oakley, Grantsville, and Spanish Fort. However, the creators then packed up and decided to move to Montana to film the next season. The officials say Kilcher injured her shoulder and neck back in 2018 while filming for the movie Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Initially, she saw a doctor for it, but later, Kilcher stopped her treatment. In a news release by the California Department of Insurance, officials say she contacted them and notified them that she had been offered work, but due to her injury, she was unable to accept that offer. According to her, it was because of the discomfort in her neck. Based on those statements, she started receiving disability funds. We believe the real truth will be revealed when the case goes to trial. And that's a wrap for this video. What did you think of this development? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.